In the second half, we're going to figure out how to mount this all together, and some more machining. I have to cut this down to fit, because this one I dialed in perfect. This was off about 4 thousandths or 5 thousandths. It was too wobbly. So with the 4-jaw, I was able to bring it straight and cut a new one. And then I could start assembling this thing and figure out which one I'm going to go with. Put this down. This is going to be my piece for the filler. So I had gotten a bunch of these from a guy local. I think they were like $3 a piece. So he was not far from here, and I got a lot of stuff off the guy. I'll bore it out. This is like 10 thousandths over on the diameter, so I'm going to get one pass on that. So we'll set this up at 2408. 408. And we'll go a little higher, thicker with the ABS. Zero out. That should be the size. So tell you exactly how much you got to remove. Just come here, zero this out. 1 inch. 90 thousandths off this. Do a little. I'm going to part this off. I got this little aluminum thing I made. Come in handy once in a while, these things. Wind's blowing like crazy out there. We're locked down. All we'll have to do is cut through these here. We should make it into the pocket. Yep, that was the end. Perfect. Turn this around, clean this up. Cut these, clean this, finish it off. Alright, I'm on the other side. I got to use my press. There's no heat on this side, so it's a little bit frosty. Stuff is, if you ever have to break this stuff free, all you can do is heat it up. With the aluminum. I wanted a press fit. There it goes. You're going to face off this the sleeve. Just got to be careful. It's sticking out a little bit, but we're going to be easy with it. Just got to shave off some, little by little. Oh yeah. Okay. Before I go any further, I'm going to check this run out. So far, the bearing itself is very good. But then, thousands, 6. Alright. That's what I wanted to make sure, because I did see a little wobble, but that's probably it. So I'm going to put it back on the lathe and see what I can take that out, and then recheck the hub. I'm going to drill these out and tap them with the 5/16 so I can bolt the flange to this. Yeah, I want to get these straight as I can, because it's a very tight fit. Alright. let me just use these. Get them started. Got something there now. All right. This. I'm going to check for clearances before I put anything together. It's flush now. Alright, found 2 fat washers. Just had to put them on a stud and turn them on the lathe to get them to fit perfect in there. They have to fit snug in there so it grabs onto just that little bit of teeth. Just catching the edge. Just to hold it for, stationary until I can cut it, and that's where it's going to stay. I'll change the chuck and set that up. We're going to dial it in. Once it's dialed in, then I'll cut it. Once it's cut, I'll show you cutting it, because this stuff is pretty hard. Now that it's getting close to this race, the metal's getting a little tough, so I'm going to have to fight with it. Not a little bit, ran into a little straightening problem. This hub I had that I was going to use was not straight. It's off a little bit. So I'm going to make a new one out of this stuff. I just got this stuff. I think it's A36. For the thread, for the Atlas thread is 1.5 8. So there's an 1.5 inch. And then I'll cut the 8 thread per inch thread onto this part. This piece fits in the hub. This will be my threads. Alright, I'm going to start this thread again. Everything's set on 0. I got the machine set on 8 tooth, which is A1, so that should get me the tooth. I'm going to do a scratch across. Make sure we're okay. I got it pretty slow because I don't want to bang this up. Alright, so it's 8 tooth, any number. I'm going to stick with 2. Number 2. Okay. 0. Give it a check. Check, check. Let me look there. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, looks good so far. Alright, so I gotta cut some more out of this. It's gonna take a little while, so let me switch over and then I'll catch you when I get near the end of it. So, finally, this one is a little bit straighter. I can at least work with this. So, definitely a lot better than the other one. So this will be good for my fixture. Now I have to just blow a hole through it and tap it without breaking another 3/8 tap, I hope. So yeah, I'm going to part this off, flip it around, I'm going to bore out the bottom a little bit and then have my thread, 1.5 inches down This whole thing is 2 inches. So if I drill out an inch, I'll have an inch of thread, then I'll have the bolt, and then I put an Allen set screw to the top just to cinch the bolt so it won't move at all. So let me part this off. Everything up, started, warmed up. So this morning we got a chance to see my squirrels. Maybe, yeah, oh, there they are. All right, let's see. This is one family. She had them last year, and they kind of grown on me a little. Come here, bud. Hey, no fighting. There's plenty of peanuts. These are the 4 kids. And there's Mama. Come here, Mama. Come on, you. Come on. Come on, you get this one. Before the Blue Jays. Oh, beaver. He's so fat. Did the water? Water peanuts. Okay. Enough of that. We'll get started here. Go ahead, drill it out. So here it will be mounted on the little knuckle buster there. There's the 5/16 to give me my 3/8 tap all the way through. Metal is so shiny, it's like stainless. It's weird. You just need the thread on the from the middle up. This thing is 2 inches, exactly 2 inches, so yeah, an inch is good. Go in an inch. Knock it down above. Yeah, 266. A little better. Alright, now I gotta tap this. I've been tapping it and being real careful with it because this is a mysterious metal I got online, but it's A36, I believe, but it seems a little harder. But I'm taking my time, and I'm going to take my time because I'm not breaking another tap in it. I don't want to make another hub. Yeah. So I'm using the tap magic stuff, that real thick stuff. All I have to do is tap this through. If it makes it through, we're good. Alright, I got the 3rd hub done. So I'm happy with this one. This one came out good. Okay. Let's slap some of it together. Let me get a 9/16. This cap is going to be, you know, the splines from the front axle. It's going to sit right on that lip. We'll pull everything forward. So we can sit here. Pinch the bolt. Beauty. Start working with that plate. That's my whole setup. If we go with a box, I'll be able to, what my thought was, if I went with something like this, I'd have clamp down this way, clamp down this way, upwards. So, all right, gonna make some metals. Cut a couple of pieces that I can start. So that's it for today. All right, I think I figured out the base on this thing. I'm gonna have to. When I got my milling machine, I got a bunch of tooling with it, so I was able to. I got a lot of extra crap from it. So he had these. Bridgeport steel clamp downs. So I'm going to use these because it's already drilled out, so I can use this for my clamp down. These are going to go in the end. Clamp down that way. This one will be on the opposite side. So that will lay flat. This will give me my flat. This way. And then upright. This way. Clamp. Clamp. Tilt that I was going to use, I use vices on that and stuff, and I use it on the grinder. So when I have to angle cut, so I really don't want to use that. So I'm trying to save that. So I glass cleaned it, squared it all off. It was off a little bit, so I finished that off, squared it off. This is together. The hub came out beautiful. Have a little preload on it. There's absolutely no end play in this thing. It's not going to be going 60 miles an hour like it was on the car, so just slow turn, be perfect. Cut these beds, cut these. I'm just going to clean up the sides of these Bridgeport metal plates that I'm going to be using for this thing. So these are half-inch carbide fork fruit. I'll probably mount them onto the plate, get the plate mounted, and tap these and screw these and mount them. I'm going to use the countersink 45s screws. Alright, let me finish this off and we'll get back on it. So the process is going to be drilling and screwing these and mounting these next, and then the next will be the we'll figure out some kind of side plate. Oh shit, it's getting late. So I'm going to call it a night, and then we'll start tomorrow with some more, okay? Drill out these four. I have to lock this all in the vise and in the mill, and then I'm going to drill them and tap them in there. Beauty. Get these 45s a little deeper. Yeah. Beauty. Plate drilled out. These are the two legs that I'm going to be using. These two Bridgeport supports that were extra things I've had. So I'm going to drill and tap my 6 holes in them. I'm going to use the SDM 1 through 6. I think it goes to 200. You can do 200 holes and relocate each one. So I'm going to use that system and drill, tap, and set it all up, and we'll go from there. Alright, I numbered them. Magic marker. Don't get mixed up. I found dead center on that one. Over the SDM 1. Zero it out. It'll remember that hole. Go to hole 2. You zero it out. You have to hit SDM 2. Zero out that hole. Remembers that hole. Go to the third hole. SDM 3. So, pretty cool, I think. So, alright, let me spot these and get going. You get the idea how it works. So this thing keeps it perfect. So it makes life easy. Believe me. Makes life a lot easier. Here it goes on the fellow. Use this bottoming tap, and spirals spits the waste out the top. It's nice. Take a drill bit, and they're sharp. I still have an old habit of backing off, but I can feel the bottom better that way, like that. Alright, 45 is the last hole. Takes care of all the problems when you're trying to locate stuff on here. Then you just get out of it. Go back to ABS, gotta go backwards. Actually it remembers it too, so but once you move the stuff out of your vise, you're screwed. So it's a lot for this, but you know what? Everything has to be straight. Cheat in one area, it's going to show up down the road. So, alright, let's work these on, and then we'll move to the next piece. I'm not going to tighten anything up yet, permanent, until we get to the end. I think it's going to wait. Clean this. Got some steel. I don't know if I'm going to use steel, maybe, or a piece of aluminum. Alright, I found 2 pieces of plate in the shed. It actually was an angle iron, and I cut it in half to give me 2 plates. This way it will be a little easier and to mount, and it'll be strong. So I had to lower the RPM on this thing down to 800 because it was up a little bit. So, plates I'm going to be hacking these to fit. These will be my side doors. I'm going to have to flip this ring around again because I want to put it up on the high side. This is a 400 automatic transmission detent. So that if I flip that around, it'll be higher. This will give me my my detent for that. Will hold it still. And I'm either going to use a screw type direct locking system that will pin the pin. I'm going to pop this out. I'm going to hard mount these, everything onto this, and then I'm going to square this box on the milling machine. So I get back over to the machines and start hacking. All right, let me cut this off. A fly cut. Fly cut. Give it a last pass. Like 5,000 feet. Just clean it up. All right, that's the last fly cut. I'm gonna start sending it. Just gonna give it a quick corner cuts with the file. You know, save a little money cutting and making your own metal from scraps. You know, from that to that. Oh yeah, it'll be done. All right, this is the final fly cut. Yeah, I trimmed this when I first got this thing. It was 12 thousandths. I did it twice actually. I did it when I first got it, and then I used it for a year or so, and then I tried it again, and it was off a little more. So, good unit, works good, strong, 2 horsepower. All right, now I gotta finish the plates, do the plates, and then what else? I have to, yeah, I gotta screw them on and mount them, and then square off the base of this thing so it's square, because that's gonna be our straight edge. It's gonna be the outside of the box. So once I get it bolted all together, I'm gonna do a final cut on it, sweep clean. I just got done doing a lot of drilling and a lot of countersinking. So there's a lot of stuff that just common drilling and countersinking, boring stuff. But this is how far the progress is going. This way here I could. Everything else is good. We're good there. We're good here. I just got done making these plates. I'm going to drill the body and do that next. Do this thing. Yeah, I bought some pieces. Got some unbreakable stuff, and I got stuff that breaks. So I'm going to try the unbreakable stuff. All these plastics keep all the crap from going behind the machines as much as it usually does, but other than that, there's metal everywhere. These quarter 20s. Zero. Going 700 down. Probably gonna go through here. Christmas music. Okay. Rinse and repeat. I gotta do the other side, and then I'll fasten the sides, and we will get next to doing the box itself. I just got done drilling this body. The body and the plates, so time to put it together. Let's assemble. See what it looks like. Now I got all the structure. I already Loctite the base top down. I'm just gonna attach these and check it out first before and see how much what I gotta do. Yeah, I just got done fly cutting one side. It's gonna be finished. I'm gonna make this nicer. Well, if this wasn't aluminum, I could do it on the grinder, but that's all right. Just give it nice and square. Everything's square, square. I just gotta fly cut this side, bring these sizes all in, like this one, and we're on our way. I got it milled on the sides, nice, and one side I had to mill to get it surfaced, so I can get it on the surface plate. I'm going to put it on the surface grinder. I'm going to grind these. I'm going to grind this side and this side. But I needed a flat surface, so I had to mill it first. Then that should do it for the box. And we're getting there. We're almost there. Alright, before I do my grinding, this isn't a self-oiler either, so you have to oil it. Trust the container. I kind of like oiling them, you know why? Because I know the oil's there when I know it's there. Physically putting it on the spot. I had this whole machine apart, and I followed this one oiler, and it goes through a progress of worming, and there's some screens, because the oil actually goes to the top. The bottom cover is actually a well, which in the center there's a drain. So the oil will start off here, right here. I put a little cloth around the joints, keeps the oil from running down the side. Yeah, and it's a good machine. It's accurate as hell, and it's served me well. You know, with pump gears, with automatic transmissions, I build a racing pump, and I have to cut a gear down to size. I can bring it to a perfect size instantly. And races and rear ends, the spacers. You know, some rears you have to instead of ordering 50,000 spacers, you can get a mixed array of them in different sizes, and you can cut them down to what you need when you're doing the job. So, anyhow, all right, yeah, let's oil it. Yes, and there's a little cup down here that sits. Actually, there's a little cup with a straw in it. So, plus, I have I used the mist. Let me tell you, it keeps the dust down to nothing almost. That was the biggest thing, because everything's so close in this room, was going to be the, you know, the dust and the shit, you know, everything on everything. But the minute you put a little water on it, and the water is what makes it stay put. It keeps it down. That's it. That's all you have to do. Water, water, water. And then I absorb it all. And see, it's a mist. Not as bad as a thing. There's a drain here. Sometimes if I'm doing a lot of cutting, I'll open this drain. I'll put a pan down there just to pick up whatever extra's going by. But I don't think I have to set up a whole wet system. I'm not grinding that much, you know, that I have to have all that, you know. So Yeah, it's just a matter of spraying and water. So I'm just going to keep it. There you go. All right, good. I got the bottle underneath. Bottle's down there. Plumbed everything in. All right. Let me get the piece ready to go on there. Just starting to touch top of the heads and the side plate. And they'll probably bring it all down. Probably not going to take a lot, but first couple rounds is going to be a little bit rough. Always look first before it looks better. Yeah, I'm cutting 1,000s each cut. Want it nice. Start cutting 1/2,000. Once you start doing the halves and quarters, then you get that nearer. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, it's going to look good. Alright. Let's see. There we go. Nice, huh? I love this machine. Flip it over to the other side. Getting there. Come out nice. Nice and shiny and flat. So, alright. Flip it over. Alright, so that's it for grinding. This thing is square. I have this thing squared off to this vise. So it's square. So next I'm going to check. I have the two runners on the bottom. They're sitting a little higher. I left them up a little higher so I can shave these to give me my flush bottom. So now I have flush sides, and these I'm going to sand by hand because I got aluminum in here. You know, the aluminum, if it wasn't for aluminum I could have done this, but do not want to get any aluminum in that wheel. So yeah, no, these came out good. These came out really nice. So I just have to clean them up. I'm just going to sand because I don't want them too shiny because then it just marks up. So, alright, let me clean it up and then we'll go from there. Yeah. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure this box is pretty square because this is the tool, basically, that's going to be supporting and doing it all. So let me get you closer on top of the a little bit. Like that. Good. Good enough for government work. So, all mounted in, and then once I get it mounted, get it off of this, we'll mount it, center in it, and then we'll go further on to fixing the, you know, the part that keeps me going at night is to this whole thing. It's been that it's the detent and the locking thing that's got my mind. So the rest of it's been okay, but just stitch that. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Almost done. got it to the box. I just mounted it in the box, so let's take a look at it and see. So far so good. I didn't weigh it yet. I'm gonna bring it in the house and weigh it. But yeah, not that bad. So the main thing's gonna be my detent here. I'm gonna load it so it's very, it's gonna lean on it. And it'll give me the, ratcheting that I need there. So it'll be installed like this. Been fun so far. One mistake. The carbide popped. I'm glad I caught it right before it took another sweep. Nice and quiet now. So, alright, let's work on the detent. I'm just going to knock a 5/16 hole through here. I'm not going to thread this. I'm just going to, because I'm going to make like a post in there that will it'll hold better if it's screwed in. Got the detents done. Show you. Here. So far, they're both on the same card. See? They lock on each. So it's good. It'll hold it good. Keep it from freewheeling. Okay, so next we're gonna do a linkage across somehow. And I'll make my lock. Everything below surface. Top of the washer a little bit. Good. Okay, linkage. All right, got the 2 detents in. I put brass bushings. What I'm going to do is, this will be a turning handle with a pin that rolls over and locks inside the detent. Well, the main thing was to get this thing to do what it's supposed to do. This actually is very stiff, but it needs to be locked in place. Dry. I just Loctite those in, and that's it. All right. Okay, that's it for now. All right. So onward with this, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we're almost near the end. Got to do a little more work. Got a working on a linkage. It's been a little bit of a problem, not really, but I kind of figured it out. Oh, I bent it. This is a bearing from a transmission, so it's hard and it's good. So what I did is it bent as a stop. When it hits the bottom of the bearing, that's your stop, and when it comes up, it stops. So when it's fully locked, nothing moves. So when you release, rotate rotating chuck assembly done, finally. The major part of it, the heavy part. So, this is the rotating part. I needed something that was stable, that I can mount flush against the machine. So, this is the chuck I'm using. So, let me put it on. Alright, locks on. Tight. Lift the lock. Detent. Second hub. Third hub, actually. I made two. But, yeah, this is a first quarter stick lever. Milled the plates on the side. Milled everything flat, flush. Flat, flush, except for here. Yeah, this is I use a double detent. These are detents from a automatic transmission, a 400. I got them both on the same. Oh, it's locked. The lock works good. See, the lock can only open one way, all the way up. It stops because it hits the bottom. Then this part, when it closes, hits the bottom. So it can't go any further. All the way up, down. Yeah, I was even thinking about like a cover or somehow, something thin. I'll look around and see what I got. But it was 5 to 6 thousandths on the chuck when I spun it. So, which isn't too bad. I can live with that for a holder. So, yeah. I might even do a dial. Some kind of indicator here. Maybe I can get a 3D printed thing or something I can stick on here. And then maybe just put an arrow on here and I can do my degrees like that. I have a degree wheel from a engine. I put it in the corner way up there. So I was thinking of even doing that. You know, that would work. So, yeah, so that's it. Yeah, it was really good to do. It was hard to do. It was challenging. But it came out good. I like it. It really came out nice. I think I weighed it was 28 pounds. No, 20 pounds total with the chuck. 12 pounds without the chuck. So.